everyone! Today I'm showing you some tricks behind partial die cutting so that I can make a few Thanksgiving place cards. To do partial die cutting, you'll need a few things. You'll need one piece of cardstock that will make your place card, and for me, this one measures 3.5 by 4.25. You'll also need an additional piece of cardstock, just a scrap piece is best, that is exactly half of your place card cardstock. So on this one, this is 3.5 by 2.25, exactly half of my larger piece of cardstock. To get started with the die cutting, you'll take your die, and this time I'm using a die from Clearanceable Stamps, and you'll place it on the scrap piece of cardstock, wherever it is that you want your die to cut. So here I'm placing it in the middle, and then it'll eventually cut this purple cardstock just on the top half. Next, you're going to use painter's tape. And this is an interesting tool to use, but it's great because it's not terribly sticky. So I take it and put it on my hand and peel it off, and that way it takes off some of the adhesive and I won't have any trouble taking it off once I'm done. Once you've done that, take your painter's tape and place it over your die right at the edge of the paper. This will help keep your die in place. Okay, my die is in place now and I'm ready to start cutting. Take your die, place it just over the purple piece of cardstock right at the edge. Then you're going to grab your die cutting machine. I'm using my Cuttlebug. Now, on the cutting plate, place your die right at the edge. So in this case, basically, the blue painter's tape should be right at the edge of your cutting plate. That's what's going to help us make sure that we only cut part of that cardstock. Hold it there, then place your additional plate on top, like that. So as you can see, a part of the die is hanging over the cutting plate. This portion right here, the portion you don't want cut. Go ahead and push it through, and then you're done. I'll show you what it looks like. Right here we have only the top part of the die has cut through. The bottom part didn't cut at all. That's exactly what we want. From here, you'll want to score across the middle. So I take my scoring board, and all you need to do now is, since we know that this measures 4.5 across, you're going to score down the middle, which is 2.25. The key here is to not score where that die cut is. So you're going to score here, skip the die, score again. The result is that when you fold it in half, your die cut is a pop-up. And that way, you have a partially die cut card with a pop-up image on the top. For these cards, I'm going to stamp it using the stamp that coordinates with this die. And for a cool look, I'm going to use the same color ink as this paper.